Hello everyone. Let me just move over to the correct screen here and we'll get started. Hi, I'm Alan Earthman. Welcome back. So today we're playing the Pokemon trading card game, and we are going to be playing this Orbeetle deck that I built. It's not great, but it's a lot of fun. So the deck is primarily focused around Orbeetle VMAX. So what we're doing is we're primarily focused on its Eerie Beam ability. So once during your turn, if this is in the active position, you can put a damage counter on each of your opponent's Pokemon. So the goal here is we're going to try to get 4 of them out at the same time, and every turn we're going to try to rotate them, so we're putting 40 damage on all of their Pokemon every turn. And then Gmax Wave does 50 plus damage for... Oh, I got logged out. It does 50 plus damage for each energy the opponent's Pokemon has attached to it, so you can finish off the active one while putting lots of pressure on the outside ones. So as soon as we are loaded into here, we'll get started. Okay. Yes, I have only really played one game on my Alan Earthman account. I have another account, but that is for me. And naturally, I don't use my real name on the internet, and neither should you. But in this case, just so that my viewers can find me, I will make an exception. Okay, so we don't find any basics. We're hoping to find a Snorlax at first. Yes, if we start with a Snorlax, we can use its ability to draw cards. I will try to show you if I can. Okay, so we found the Orbeetle V. That's fine. Are we going first or second? I cannot remember. I was a little focused on getting the stream going. Alrighty. Alright, so we are going first. So what we're going to do is we're going to Quick Ball. We're going to get rid of a Tool Scrapper. We're going to find our Snorlax. We're going to play our Snorlax. We're going to switch out to the Snorlax. Play Tuffield Stadium. So we're trying to empty our hand as much as possible, because the ability of the Snorlax is we can end our turn to draw cards until we have 7. So ideally what we want to do is we want to just get as many Orbeetles out as possible until the Snorlax goes down, and hopefully by that point we are ready to go. But I will find an Orbeetle VMAX. 2 of them are in our prizes. Okay, yeah, 2 of them are in our prizes, so that's kind of unfortunate. So the way Pokemon works is it's similar to Vanguard in the way that kind of damage is, or like, well, no, I guess that's a bad comparison, but at the beginning of the game, you put out 6 prize cards. Every time your opponent knocks out one of your Pokemon, they take a prize card. When they have 0 left, they win the game. And unfortunately, because the prize cards come from your deck, important cards can end up in prize. So like my Orbeetle VMAXs, I want as many of them out as possible, but 2 of my 4 are in my prize cards. So I have to knock out some of their Pokemon to find them. But luckily I still do have the 2, which will help. I am a little bit behind because I wasn't able to get an energy last turn. Huh. Trying to figure out how I want to do this. Honestly, I think I'll just take out the Orbeetle. There we go, okay. So we are going to... Yeah, we're going to Crushing Hammer. We're just going to delay them. Yep, so we get a heads, so we discard one of their energies. We're going to Eerie Beam. Then we're going to switch back to the Snorlax, and we're going to draw some more. We are not using the ability of the Stadium to find another Orbeetle VMAX, because if they force shuffle my hand into my deck, I want to be able to find it again next turn. Though I suppose I could have done that anyway. It doesn't matter. Oh wow, that is a powerful move there. But thankfully I am actually ready for this. Yes, okay. So sequencing is important here. So we're going to take this one and put it out. We're going to attach the energy to the other. We're going to find the evolution. Put it on here. That's a very powerful attack for 1 energy, goodness. We're going to use our Eerie Beam. Let's get some counters on the opponent's Pokemon. Then we're going to... We have a couple options. We could switch our Bird Keeper. I'm going to Bird Keeper since we have another 2 in the hand. Okay. We're going to Eerie Beam again. Just for some more counters. And we'll put a Snorlax on bench just in case they actually manage to knock out one of these. And then we'll go ahead and knock out one of their Pokemon. There we go. So that's the first one down, and I will take a prize. So these shiny ones, the big ones, specifically VMAX, they're very powerful cards with a lot of health, and they do a lot of damage, but the catch is when your opponent knocks it out, they take 3 prize cards instead of 1. So it's bigger and more powerful, but if they're able to knock it out, it hurts a lot more. Ooh, I was 10 damage away from going down there. That would have been bad. So we're going to go ahead and use a Capture Energy to find an Orbeetle. And I would love to say that, Actually, yeah, we can do this. Okay, so we'll use this ability. So we'll switch, we're going to discard these 2 to switch to the other Orbeetle. Use it to heal it as well. We're going to use Eerie Beam again. And then we're going to... Oh, wow, we actually knocked out one of their back row, so that worked out very well. Then we're going to switch back to this one, and we're going to knock out the main Pokemon here. Alright, not too bad. We're doing good. They can knock this one out because my Orbeetle VMAX over here is going to be ready to go for the next turn. Nope, they don't even have the evolution. Okay, so this one will actually... Okay. So, that attack makes it so during my turn, if the Pokemon here tries to attack, I flip a coin. If it's tails, it doesn't even happen. So we're going to switch over to the... we'll Eerie Beam just for good measure. It's not really necessary, but... We'll retreat to the other one just to make sure that the attack goes through. Because since they have no more Pokemon on the bench, I win on this spot, even though my prize cards aren't empty yet. Because if they have no more Pokemon to play, then they can't play the game. So that's the win. I was kind of hoping to show off more Eerie Beam rotation, but still, that wasn't bad. It's just consistent pressure to all of their Pokemon, and you even saw that it knocked out one of their benched Pokemon, so very powerful effect. It's not the strongest deck in the game, and I haven't played since the Battle Styles expansion has come out, but this still can take wins. Okay, so it looks like we're up against a fire deck, which as a grass deck is not very great. But we do run weakness guard energies to remove the weaknesses from our Pokemon, so that should help a little bit. Okay, so we find the Orbeetle. And we have a Capture Energy, so what we're going to do is we're going to Capture Energy the Orbeetle. Okay, so Standard, Welder, Aggro, okay. Okay. I don't know all of the cards. I assume some of them are new, but when I see Welder, I know roughly what they are trying to do. So this deck is trying to ramp up and quickly hit me with very big abilities. I'm going to discard. I'm going to try to find another Orbeetle, and I'm going to take this opportunity to check. Yep. So all of our Orbeetles and all of our Orbeetle VMAXs are in the deck. So we are pretty happy with that. We're going to Capture Energy and find a Snorlax, actually. I just want to be very, very safe here. We're going to... I don't know. Are we going to? Yes, we are. I need the card draw because I need a grass energy to be able to attack. So I want to not use this ability to give me a chance to draw. Yes, I find it. Charizard V. 4 energy, 220. That would definitely knock out my Pokemon. But yes, you see the weakness guard energy over here, which is going to probably be what saves me here. Okay, so this Orbeetle VMAX can now attack, but I'm not going to. I think. What I really want to do is I want to let them ramp up with that Charizard, and then switch over here and force it out with boss's orders. That's the ideal turn. For me, at least. So I think I'm going to do is I'm going to Marnie. And I'm going to have 5 cards in hand instead of my current amount, but I don't really need... Okay, yeah, that works. I don't really need the cards I had, and now I can spend some cards and then use Snorlax's ability and draw some more. Perfect. So I've got 2 Orbeetles out. Next turn I can capture energy to get another Orbeetle, and I'll just keep it going. I did want the weakness guard energy, but I don't think that'll be necessary. I think we can win without it. Collect, I think that's just draw a card. Okay. Oh, there's another Orbeetle. Capture energy to find the other Orbeetle. Not that one, this one. Okay, we're going to find an Orbeetle VMAX. How do I want to do this? Actually, you know what? Yeah, I think we'll do it this way. So Eerie Beam into Switch, Eerie Beam will knock out the Charmander. And there's not a whole lot of... Sorry, I'm just making sure I use the Switch. I will want that for later, so I'm going to use this ability here. So yep, we're going to Eerie Beam again, and then that'll be 50 damage, or that's going to be 100 damage actually, but still. If we're swapping out Orbeetles anyway, I might as well do it that way. So their Charizard has no energies on it, so I'm in a decent position. Draw 2 cards, flip a coin, heads 2 more. Okay. Okay, Pokemon communication. So they're going to discard a Pokemon to find a different Pokemon from their deck. Discarding Corviknight. Find Charmeleon, maybe? Oh, Reshizard. Okay. That's scary. So yeah, the pressure definitely needs to start coming on right now. Because if I don't do it now, I won't be able to do it at all. The good news is that these decks need a lot of energy on their Pokemon, and I want that. As like running this deck, I really want them to be having as much energy as physically possible. So we're going to go ahead and find the last Orbeetle VMAX just so we can get all of them on the board. So we're going to Eerie Beam. We're going to switch to this. We're going to Eerie Beam. We're going to Bird Keeper to this one. Draw a couple cards. We're going to Eerie Beam. I drew into the switch, which would have been nice. And we're going to Crushing Hammer to see if we can. Nope. With no energy discard, but... And then we're going to go ahead and G-Max Wave. So, slowly but surely, we're applying a decent amount of pressure to the opponent's Pokemon. Oh, that's what I forgot to add to this deck. I want air balloons in this deck. Oh well. Okay, so they switch. Oh. No, I'm actually pretty okay with that. Okay, so they're ramping up with their Reshizard. There's the Charmeleon. Boss's orders. So I think I'm going to switch Eerie Beam. We're going to Malo and Lana into Eerie Beam. Now we could get very greedy here, and I'm tempted to. But I don't think it's the right play. I think what we're going to do is we're going to retreat into the Snorlax. We're going to play the energy back onto the Orbeetle. And we are going to just draw some cards. Okay, so yep, they're doing about what I expected. So like I said, the dream is we really want to be hitting this with the VMAX wave as quickly and hard as possible. Right now it's going to deal 200 damage because it's 50 plus 50 for each energy. So they have 3 energies, so it's going to be 200. They have 270 total and they're at 50 right now. So because of all of the damage we've been dealing with our Eerie Beams, if I can switch into the Eerie Beam, switch into another one for Eerie Beam, and VMAX Wave, I can take out their Reshizard in one go. And I'm thinking we do just that, actually, so... But the problem is, I cannot boss his orders and switch in the same turn with this out, so... I think what we've got to do is unfortunately take our time. I think we're going to Cynthia and Caitlin. We're going to discard the Marnie. Or I wish we'd have discarded the Stadium. I don't know what I'm doing. Whew. Well, we're going to grab the Malo and Lana, and we're going to... right, yeah, we can only take one with this card. It's been a little while. Okay, so against a fire deck, I don't even think it's worth it to get the heal. I think we're going to just grab the Bird Keeper. Okay, the Quick Balls don't really help us right now. So we applied our energy for the turn, so we're just going to pass, I think. I can't say I'm very scared of the Reshizard, because I'm actually in a very good position right now. Oh wow, that is a very good ability. I wish I saw what went into their hand. It kind of just zoomed past. Okay, so they're choosing to do very little. So I think we're actually going to use our Quick Balls, and we're going to deliberately find nothing. I want to keep the second boss's orders. That seems very important to me right now. So we're going to Crushing Hammer. Yep, we're going to discard the energy from here. We're just going to be very annoying right now. We just want to take our time and try to draw into a switch. Do we even have a switch left in the deck? No, we don't, actually. Okay. So... yeah, we're not going to be able to boss his orders, unfortunately. I'm still okay with taking our time, though. We're getting energies on all of our Orbeetles, which is quite nice, honestly. Okay, so we're going to apply the weakness guard to one of them. We're going to Bird Keeper, take one out. We're going to Eerie Beam. And then we're going to switch over to the one with the weakness guard on it. Going to Eerie Beam. If I didn't get rid of the energy, I actually would have knocked them out this turn. Oh well. We're going to Crushing Hammer. Yep, we're going to grab the one on this Pokemon. And then we're going to VMAX Wave, I think. Just taking our time. There is no rush. And we have done a sufficient amount of Eerie Beams to take out the Rushizard. So, next, if the, our ideal situation is we want to live this turn. Play Boss's Orders to switch that into the active position and knock it out in one go. So we're going to see if we can do that. Just waiting to see what they're going to do. Leon. During your turn, this Pokemon's attacks do 30 more damage. Ooh, okay. Okay, so we're going to attach a weakness guard to this one. We're going to Eerie Beam. I actually could have won this turn, I believe. If I this switch in energy switch. Well, no, I wouldn't have been able to Boss's Orders, so that's fine. So we're just going to VMAX Wave. We're going to knock it out. Going to take 2 prize cards. Pokemon, you take 2 prize cards. And Tag Team Pokemon, you take 3 prize cards. So, regardless of what happens, as long as all of the energies stay on this Pokemon, which I don't believe they have a way to remove them, we will win next turn. No question. Even if they knock out my Pokemon. So that should be the game. Though Rushizard is a very scary matchup against my deck, since the weakness is pretty glaring. I'm gonna find more energies, which help me out actually, so I'm okay with this. But yes, the weakness guard energy actually saved us right there. But yes, because of just all of the Eerie Beams, we were able to put enough damage counters on them to knock them out in one turn. So it's a very powerful ability and very, very useful. So let's keep going. We're going to see how high we can climb today. We did get a chest, though. Okay, I'm going to quickly make a change to the deck. This should take just a second, so bear with me here. Okay, we need to find something from Battle Styles. Or not from Battle Styles, from Vivid Voltage, I think. Could have sworn. Do I have tradable packs? Nope. Uh-oh. Oh, I think it was the base Sword and Shield. There we go. Okay, so I will be right back. Stay tuned. Okay, everyone, I am back. Let me just change the screen. And here we are once again. So, I'm just going to clear my notifications. I forgot to include one of the most important cards in the entire deck. I was wondering why I had so many energies. So, Air Balloon, we can attach it to a Pokemon and it makes the retreat cost 2 less. Orbeetle's retreat cost is already only 1. So we can apply it to an Orbeetle to allow it to retreat for free. Which lets us switch out one more time without spending energy. So let's call the coin flip. Let's go heads. We win the coin flip. So we don't get to play supporters on our first turn, and we don't get to attack, but that's okay. Because it gives us a turn to set up. We have the Rowlet. This is probably the single worst thing we could have gotten as our first card here. But we will try to make it work. Rowlet is just a one-of, because when you play Birdkeeper, if you've played Birdkeeper from your hand this turn, you don't have to pay for the attack's energy cost. Okay, Quick Ball. Okay, we're good. So we're going to discard... Right now we really want to discard something that won't be relevant later on. I honestly don't think the Crushing Hammer is going to be too relevant because it looks like they're playing the Zigzagoon deck, which is interesting. Haven't seen that in a long time. Okay, let's just go ahead and use the ability. Okay. So, the main goal of the opponent's deck, or depending on if it is that deck, I don't even actually know. But the Zigzagoon deck, they want to use the ability Headbutt Tantrum, which puts damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon frequently. And they just want to use that ability. Okay. Wow, that is a very shiny card. What are they going to find? Still searching. Oh, never mind. This is the possibly ADP, which is I believe Arceus Dialga Palkia. This deck, though it doesn't appear to be a fully optimized version, this deck actually won the World Championship last year, if I recall correctly. So this is a wee bit scary, but we will make it work. So I'm actually unfortunately going to be using the Birdkeeper there because I really just need to get some stuff going. We're going to Crushing Hammer and hopefully get rid of an energy. Nope, that's a Tails. We did play Birdkeeper though, so we get to do 60 damage to one of my opponent's benched Pokemon. We are going to go ahead and apply the damage to Zacian V because we just don't want any chance of that getting to us. I want to be able to knock it out in the same turn that it comes into play. So the reason why this card is so powerful is because of its ability Intrepid Sword. Once during your turn, you may look at the top 3 cards of your deck and attach any number of metal energies from there to this Pokemon. Put the other cards into your hand. If you use this ability, your turn ends. So if you couldn't attack anyway, instead of passing the turn, you get to draw 3 cards, effectively. So definitely very, very nice. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to use this switch card just to switch back over to the Snorlax. And we're going to draw 2. Like I said, we're going to take our time. We really want to just stop and let the opponent come to us, effectively. They can set up, they can knock out the Snorlax, and when they knock out the Snorlax, that's when we start doing our rotation. Haven't seen the Dubwool in this deck too much, though, which makes me think that's an incomplete version of the deck. Energy switch. Oh, wow, they're trying to just shove everything onto that Dubwool, eh? I would actually be okay with that. The attacks to this Pokemon... Okay. So if they switch into that, that will one-shot our Snorlax here. But then my Orbeetle would one-shot the double. So I don't think they're going to do that. Galarian Mouth. You may discard 2 cards to search for a Galarian Berserker. Okay. Search for a trainer? Switch. Okay. Yeah, Pokemon is a little more combo heavy than most card games because you can do a lot in a turn. One of the main lines of play in the Pokemon card game is to play 7 cards, and then your last, or 6 cards, I guess, if you're at your default amount, like hand size. You're gonna play 7 or 6 cards, and then your last card will be a card that says discard this card to draw 7, or discard your hand to draw 7, rather. So just a lot going on. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and play the Caitlyn and Cynthia. We're going to discard the other one. We're going to grab the Bird Keeper, and we're going to draw 3 cards. We're really looking for Orbeetle. No dice, but that's okay. We're still doing fine. All of the energies are on this Pokemon, except, that takes 30 less damage from attacks. Oh, no. I misread that. What is the best way to handle this? I think we're going to apply the air balloon here. I think we go for the VMAX wave anyway. I don't really think we have many choices. I don't want to apply energy because I'd rather save it for the next Orbeetle. This attack only does 120 right now, or 130 because of the Vitality Band. So I'm not too scared of this, but we really need to find an Orbeetle to keep our engine going. Because that is this deck's weakness. If you can't find the other Orbeetles, you can't rotate, which really hurts your damage output. Which is also, coincidentally, why this deck is not very good, aside from unfavorable matchups with most of the meta decks. Okay. So they're going back to the Zigzagoon. Which is totally fine. I mean, I'll just knock it out, then we're back where we were. The ideal situation would be a boss's orders. I want to give them as little time as possible to set up for the attack for the turn after I knock out the double. Sorry about that. I think I was getting notifications. Okay, there's the Berserker. What was the ability? Your steel Pokemon's attacks do 20 more damage. Okay, so their attacks are really going to start to hurt pretty quickly here. That also helps with Brave Blade, because I know that that was one of the problems with just attacking with Zacian V, because you didn't want to... Oh. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there, but that's okay. Oh, wow. Okay, well that is literally what I asked for. So I'm going to go ahead and just take that. Thank you, game. I appreciate that. And we are going to Eerie Beam, because we can. Just apply some damage. And then we're going to knock it out. My guess is they're going to switch to the Zigzagoon. Oh, that hurts. Oh no, they're just going to bring out the Zacian. Okay. That's kind of my ideal position, so I don't really mind that. Because that's the one I would have wanted to hit regardless. 3 Orbeetle VMAX in hand, but no base Orbeetle. This is a problem. They're stacking energies onto that. Oh, wow. They are stacking a lot of energies onto that. They're going to switch over. Okay. This is going to hurt, but... won't hurt that badly. Oh, this isn't even a V or anything. Wow. And I forgot to check what they got. But that's okay. I suppose I'll be finding out soon enough. There it is. Cobalion. Okay, so I think this is just metal-type good stuff. I don't think there's any actual end game planned for this deck. I hate to say it because I have a fantastic hand, but I think I just Marnie. Like, this feels really bad. I'm gonna play the Stadium first, though. Yeah, I'm gonna just Marnie. I really need to find another Orbeetle in case they manage to knock this one out. And by some crazy turn of events, I still don't find it. Okay, I'm not going to use the Crushing Hammer because I'm going to knock this out in one go. Yeah, I think I'll just attack and pass, but Eerie Beam first, of course. Because it's always good. It's an extra 30 damage I wouldn't have got if I was running another Pokemon. So let's knock this out. Get another prize card, and maybe that'll be an Orbeetle. Nope, just another energy. Okay. There's the Zigzagoon. So, yes, they're going to put out the Zigzagoon out front just to buy themselves time, kind of like what I did with my Snorlax, where it's only there to just be a big shield for my opponent to deal with while I put energies on my Orbeetles. So they're going to discard a Dubwool. That's interesting. That would have been a very nice card for them to have right now. Find a little Noon. Linoon. Okay. They're going to Intrepid Sword to end their turn. Hopefully they don't find too many metal energies. Okay, they find 2 of the 3, which hurts. Okay, so plan, we're going to Bird Keeper. Yeah, I'm gonna switch back. Okay, we're definitely going to Crushing Hammer here. I just want to make it as annoying as possible. I'm going to apply this here. I'm going to apply this here just so I can retreat. Basically, I am wasting time, or their time, and I'm trying to draw as much as possible. So we're going to empty out my hand. There we go. We got an Orbeetle. Perfect. That took a weirdly large amount of time. But we're in good shape. We just really needed that Orbeetle. Because I just didn't want to be in a position where if this one went down, I didn't have another play. Interesting that they applied the energy to the Cobalion. Suppose they're going to do it to the... Oh, never mind. I assumed that that meant he was just going to Intrepid Sword. Okay. Well, I still think they're going to Intrepid Sword. That's why I assumed that they were going to just ramp up the Cobalion and they were going to try to make 2 threats. But Malo and Lana, so they're going to swap over to the Cobalion. Okay. I was about to say the Zacian. They do have the GX attack. During your opponent's... Okay. So they can stop me from attacking for 1 turn. I can work with that, though. I will Orbeetle. I will put an energy. I will switch. I'm going to Eerie Beam. That is not an attack, that is an ability. Then I will retreat right back to the Snorlax. And I am going to draw 2. Works for me. So I have 3 prize cards left. Eerie Beams have done quite a bit of damage to the Zacian, so I'm happy about that. There's the Intrepid Sword, so they're just going to immediately pass the turn. No energies that time, but that's actually scarier for me than if there were energies. Oh, perfect. Find a capture energy, which will find us another Orbeetle. Okay, this is going very well for us. We're pretty happy. We're going to Crushing Hammer. No dice. Okay, we're going to Tuffield Stadium. We're going to find another Orbeetle. Evolve. We are going to retreat. Yes. Over to this one. Eerie Beam. How much health does the Zigzagoon have? 70, okay. We're going to switch to this one. Eerie Beam. Then we're going to... Okay, so we could start pushing here. So that'd be 100 damage. Yes, actually, I think we want to do that. I think that's the plan. So we're going to actually stay on this Orbeetle, and we are going to VMAX wave. Because even if they do attack us, that's only going to be 110 damage. I knock it out. They pull out the Zacian V. They knock mine out. I'm at 3 prize cards. Or sorry, I'm at 1 prize card. Actually, no, I just win next turn regardless. Unless this Zigzagoon evolves. Because Eerie Beam will knock this out on the bench. So if I knock out one of the benched Pokemon, and then I knock out the front row, whatever it is, I win this turn. Unless they switch to the Lanoon or something like that. I was getting a little worried with the way the start of the game went, but I think it's in the bag now. I think we got it. Okay, so they're switching over to the Dubwool. I think they're trying really hard to hit us very, very hard this turn. Oh, no, they're going to Brave Blade. Yeah, no, that's the game. Because we'll knock out the Zigzagoon. We'll take a prize. And then we're just going to play energies and play the rest of the turn, assuming that we'd be playing it, or assuming we didn't win. I just want to play it out properly to warm up for my next games. But yep, we'll take this out. That'll give us 2 prize cards, and then we will be out of prize cards, so we win the game. Awesome. And like I said, the start of the game was looking really rough, so I was a little worried. I'm hoping to get more tournament tickets, because I'd like to do a stream where I'm just doing back-to-back tournaments. I think that'd be a lot of fun. I see they've got the new Battle Styles background. Oh, this person's in a Charizard suit. Wonder if they're playing a Charizard deck, especially since they have a Charizard deck box and sleeves. We will go first. Okay, there's an Orbeetle. We're okay with that. Like I said before, ideally we want to find Snorlax for our turn 1. But I can't complain about this. Urshifu. Okay, Martial Arts Dojo. So I should have grabbed the... Yeah, that was a misplay. I should have grabbed the card from Tuffield Stadium first. And that one actually may cost me the game, because I'm not in a good spot otherwise. They're going to discard the 2 cards left in their hand to draw 7. Going to Stellar Wish. Find Phoebe. I guess I'll figure out what that does. I accidentally clicked. Phoebe. During this turn, damage from your Pokemon VMAX's attacks isn't... Wait. Okay, that's interesting. I wonder if the meta has a lot of Pokemon that have effects when you hit them. Because I don't see why Phoebe would be played otherwise. Because it could be very different from the last time I played a lot. But there weren't a lot of Pokemon with effects like that before. 40 damage, and they switch? Oh, that is an interesting combo. That's actually really cool. Gonna discard this. We're going to find our Snorlax. We're actually going to Malo and Lana here. We're going to discard 2 to switch, and then we're going to draw 6. Okay, there's an Orbeetle V and VMAX, so very, very nice. We're happy about that. They may Marnie us a reset stamp, which would hurt, but I don't think they're going to do that. Because both of our hands are a little too big to do that. Okay, so Urshifu VMAX. So 1 energy. If this Pokemon moved from your bench to active this turn, it does 150 damage. Discard all energy. This attack does 120. Oh, wow. Goodness. That seems very powerful. Oh, no. So this isn't going to knock us out, but this is going to get very close, I think. Oh my goodness. This is going to be 150, 160 because of Martial Arts Dojo, 170, or we'll take down 10 damage from that, so effectively 170. They are going to Marnie because they managed to play everything from their hands, so that hurts. Yeah, no, I think we lose. I think that I wasn't able to ramp up fast enough, but goodness. That is quite the card. I know almost literally nothing of the new cards, so this is my first time seeing them. Wow. Okay, so we top deck the Orbeetle VMAX, which doesn't help me as much as I wish it would. Wow, this is a bad matchup. This is a very bad matchup. Just because they only need 1 energy to hit for 150. So I only will deal 100 damage per swing. Suppose I could Crushing Hammer? No. Okay, I think I've got a Capture Energy here. Let's grab another Orbeetle. We're going to switch back to the Snorlax, and we're going to draw another 6. I think this is a loss, but we're going to do our best to push through. What is that? Rapid Strike Energy. Provide, as long as it's attached to a rapid... Oh, just old school boss's orders. Can you play Lysander instead of boss's orders? Like, are they the same card in terms of rules? Like, because I have a bunch of old copies of Lysander. Yeah, no, I think that's just gonna be the game. Yeah, I'm going to concede here. I don't see us coming back from that. But wow, that is a cool deck. Maybe I'll try to build something new for you guys for next stream. Pokemon Trainer Tony. Hello, Tony. That's an interesting skill I picked up that I know a lot of humans have, where there can be a lot of letters missing, but you can understand what they are trying to convey, like PKM, Pokemon, TRN, R, Trainer, Tony, which I assume is Tony. It's very fascinating how the human mind can do that. I'm picking up on those skills. So we have the Orbeetle V, we have the Orbeetle VMAX, so we're already doing okay. And we have a Capture Energy to find the Snorlax and to switch over to the Snorlax. So overall, very, very, very solid start. Oh, this is a fire deck, so bad matchup. But we're going to do what we can. Okay. Well, we can actually use the Capture Energy to find another Orbeetle then, since we've top-decked the Snorlax. I'm going to switch the Snorlax, and then we're going to go ahead and draw 3. Or, I think I actually... No, they played the 2. What am I thinking? I was going to say we could Marnie to shuffle their hand, but I don't think that's good because we... Or, sorry, we can't do that because they've already played the 2. So we're just going to draw 3. Okay, so we got the Tuffield Stadium, so we'll be able to evolve both Orbeetles next turn. That's a bigger deal than it sounds. So we can Tuffield. Yeah, okay. You can only play this if you have no Pokemon with abilities in play. Search for 2 trainers. Oh boy. Yes, on top of being very combo heavy, the game is also very piece reliant, and there are a lot of things to help you find your pieces. It leads to a very interesting game flow. It's a very different game from most other trading card games. They're gonna search for supporters. Find a welder. Okay, they're going to start searching for fire, or using fire energies, or getting fire energies. Okay, so we're going to Orbeetle. We're going to Turffield Stadium. We're going to find an Orbeetle VMAX. So we can evolve the two very, very quickly. Yes, we're going to Birdkeeper over to this one. We're going to draw 3. We are going to Eerie Beam, just for good measure. We're going to actually quick ball away the Snorlax to find another Orbeetle V. Put it on the bench. And then we're going to actually knock out their Volcanion. So a lot of the energies that they had going are now gone. We'll take a prize. Even though it looks like we're doing well, we are just inherently on the back foot due to the fact that they're playing a fire deck. So, oh, never mind. Apparently they must have had a very bad hand because they just surrendered. Well, good game, Tony, I believe. This was Tony, right? Yeah, good game, Tony. Appreciate it. All right, so let's move right along to the next game, shall we? Ivan 216950? Yes. Do humans have identification numbers? Is that theirs, maybe? Interesting. Anyway, we're going first. No starting Pokemon in our hand, so we're going to have to mulligan. Ooh, speaking of mulligan, that reminds me. The word mulligan came from golf, I believe. And that made me think of Mario Golf. Would you all be interested in a Mario Golf stream when that game comes out? Because I think I would be interested in playing it, if you all would like to watch it. Let me know. Just leave a comment or something, I'd appreciate it. So we're going to just apply our energy, and we're going to use the ability to draw 2 cards. Slow start, but there's no reason to go any faster. Oh, darn. This actually might just be a loss right off the bat. Or that's by opponent's attacks, though. The abilities should still go through. Yes, I think we're fine. I think we're okay. Okay, they're going to Marnie, and I'm actually very happy with that, because this hand has not been great. Not that that's much better, to be honest. They can use the call sign, which is search for a Pokemon, reveal it, put into your hand. Okay. Primate Wisdom. Okay. I guess if it shuffles the deck after, it's just, oh wait, what? Search your deck for a Pokemon with 90 HP or less, reveal it, put it into your hand. Okay. What are they going to find? Bellsprout, okay. Alright, so they're going to search. They find a Weepin' Bell. Okay. Can't say I'm super worried yet. Though that does hurt. We're just going to spend as much of our resources as physically possible. Let's Crushing Hammer, hope it's a Tails. The one time we hope it's a Tails, but that's okay. We're gonna drop 6 cards. We find the Orbeetle VMAX, but we unfortunately don't find energies. Well, we can quick ball away one of the Crushing Hammers to find another Orbeetle V. We are very fine just setting up and letting our opponent do their thing. Okay, they apply a burn and poison. Oh no. What are they... Shuffle your hand into your deck, then draw 4 cards. If any of your opponent or if your Pokemon were knocked out during your opponent's last turn, draw 7. Oh my goodness. Okay, wow. So I assume this deck's main goal is to just do big damage in one swing. This is a problem. Because I do not have another energy to apply here. So we're going to have to Crushing Hammer. We're going to find another Orbeetle. Let me think. I think we Eerie Beam. Let's find out if if the Mew saves it. No, okay. So the rest of that happens. Yeah, we Crushing Hammer. I would love to just be able to one-shot with VMAX Wave, but that is not where we're at right now. No, I should have gone for the Snorlax there. Yeah, I just have to pass the turn, which feels very, very bad. If I lose this game, that is completely my fault. That Snorlax would have probably kept us in the game. Okay. I think I need to slow down my play a little bit, maybe. Maybe I'm moving too fast. Okay, level ball. What are they going to find? Presumably another Weepin' Bell or Bellsprout. Oh, they failed to find. Interesting. Okay. Okay. There are no special conditions on my Pokemon currently, so this won't do a ton of damage. Unless they can find a way to apply a couple right now, but I don't think they can. Scoop up nuts, so they're going to take that back. They're going to put out that one. Yeah, so they're probably... Oh. Oh, wow. Can they evolve on top of that now? I can't. I wonder why they surrendered. Because I was in a really bad spot myself. I was fully ready to lose that game. But that is okay. We take those. We take every win. Guess we'll keep moving right along, and hopefully we can get some battle style stuff. I've only opened, I think, like one free pack I got, I think. So hopefully we can get to that pack so that I can open some more with all of you. How are all of you enjoying the background music, by the way? If you enjoy it, let me know, and if not, also let me know so I can change it. Okay. So we found the Snorlax, and we have a capture energy, but I don't really want to be putting an energy on Snorlax, which is a little frustrating, but we will figure this out. Okay. So what I think we can do is I think we'll go ahead and actually use the... We're going to use the capture energy, yeah. And we'll take a quick opportunity to look through. Okay, none of our Orbeetles or Orbeetle VMAXs were prized. We're happy about that. So we'll just go ahead and draw 2 cards. And we found the VMAX. I am not going to complain about that. We won't be able to use it right away, but that's okay. I mean, I guess we could Eerie Beam. So it looks like we're up against Eternatus VMAX. So what they want to do is they just apply a ton of dark cards to the bench, and it does more damage for each dark Pokemon on the bench. So that's going to hurt, but that also means that we're going to be applying a lot of damage to the bench, so I can't really say that's a bad thing either. And this deck also has access to possibly multiple copies of Crobat V, which is one of the stronger Pokemon in the meta right now. So, because when you play it from your hand onto the bench, you can draw until you have 6 cards in your hand. Okay. Alright. I'll attach an energy. I'll go ahead and Eerie Beam. And, I mean, I guess I'll switch back, eh? I'm tempted to Marnie here. Because I don't really need what I have in my hand right now. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. I need the boss's orders for later, but right now I don't need them, so I'd rather have them in the deck and swap it out for something more useful. So let's Crushing Hammer. We don't get it, but that's okay. The primary goal was to empty out our hands so we can draw more with this ability. So draw 5 now. Or 4, rather. Okay, so we find an Orbeetle and an Orbeetle VMAX. The only concern I have is that we're out of energies, but between Birdkeeper and the draw from the first part of the game, or first part of the turn, we should be fine. So there's the VMAX, and it looks like an extra rare version of the VMAX. So yep. They increase the size of their bench. They're going to Quick Ball, probably find a Crobat V to refill their hand, is my guess. No, they're going to find another Eternatus, which is an interesting play in my opinion. I presume it's because the VMAX is actually ready to go. They don't need to ramp that up anymore. We're going to attach a balloon there. Going to switch. We're going to Eerie Beam. And you know what? Let's okay, so let's say I Birdkeeper. I'm at 4, I draw. Okay. Yeah, we're going to go into Rowlet actually. Going to apply that. We're going to play this other energy here. We're going to Air Balloon another Orbeetle. And we're actually just going to use Sky Circus, and we're going to deal 60 damage to the VMAX. This is a very, very healthy Pokemon. 340. So, and I'm only going to be doing 150 per swing on it. So I really need to make sure that I do as much damage as physically possible before it comes out to swing at me. That's really interesting that they're not finding another Crobat. I figured that they run 4 of them. Okay, so there it is. It's going to be dealing 210 per swing. But we're actually not too upset about that, because we're going to start doing the Orbeetle thing now. So we're going to evolve. We are going to Eerie Beam. We are going to retreat. We are going to Eerie Beam. We're going to Birdkeeper over to the Snorlax. We're going to draw 3. We're going to find the other Orbeetle VMAX, and then we're going to draw. So we did something like 140 damage and are back in the optimal safe position. Overall, not too shabby. Okay, so they've got another Eternatus going. Okay, they're going boss's orders. They're going to hit me pretty hard here, but still okay. We're still fine. Okay, so we can get another energy going at least. So we're going to Eerie Beam. Then we're going to retreat. We're going to bring this one up. We're going to Eerie Beam. Then we're going to... We're actually going to Crushing Hammer and... no dice. It's okay. We're going to bring out this one. Oh no, I played an energy this turn, haven't I? Oh no. That was a horrifically bad misplay. But you know what can you do? I lost track of my Orbeetles. So they find the VMAX. But honestly, I am happy to sit here and just Eerie Beam to my heart's content. Because we're okay with that here. So we're going to Eerie Beam. Oh, we actually knock out a couple. We find an energy. Don't think that changes anything, though. We retreat to this one. We Eerie Beam. Then we Malo and Lana. And we're going to do this one here. We're going to discard 2, the Reset Stamp and the Tuffield Stadium. We're going to switch to this Orbeetle. We're going to Eerie Beam. We'll evolve this. We'll apply an energy to... We'll apply an energy to this one. We're not going to put another Snorlax onto the bench. Then we're going to switch over to this one, and we're going to draw 3 cards. So we're just applying tons of damage, and we're putting ourselves in a position where they can't really do a whole lot. The Toxicroak is going down with the next Eerie Beam, which means when I knock out this Eternatus VMAX and take 3 cards, that's going to be it. Yeah, that is the game. Fantastic. So we're going to Eerie Beam here. That's going to knock out the Toxicroak. We take a prize. We're going to retreat into this one. We're going to Eerie Beam. Then we are going to Birdkeeper into this one. Draw 3 cards. We're going to Eerie Beam. And that actually gives us exactly enough damage, I believe. Putting him at 340, and that is the game. Look at that, exactly enough, and that will end this one. Thank you for the game. Another 25 Pokecoins. Putting us at 418, so we will actually be able to open some packs regardless at the end of the stream, which is fun. Love opening packs. We get some tournament tickets and 2 wins, apparently, which is exciting. Or... Okay, so next win gives us coins, then the 9th will give us a tournament ticket, so on and so forth. We're up against Josephine, E22. Maybe people do have identification numbers. Well, let's see who goes first. They won the coin flip, so they get to decide. But traditionally in this game, going first has been stronger. They've actually nerfed it a couple of times. They've made it so you couldn't attack on your first turn. Then recently, I believe... Oh. Okay. Anyway, recently they've made it so you can't even play supporters on your first turn. And there was a lot of speculation that that was really going to impact how the game is played, but surprisingly, not really. Some decks got weaker, such as my old previous favorite deck, which was Slowduck. I believe I mentioned that on stream before. That one got weaker because that one is very supporter focused. Not being able to do anything if you go first really hurt. But overall, not that heavy of an impact. Not as much as I would have expected. So they're going to go first. no basic Pokemon for us, so we're gonna have to mulligan. Okay, so let's take our mulligan. Let's see how we do. Okay, we find a Rowlet. So we're going to Quick Ball into the Snorlax, discarding probably the Reset Stamp. I found that the Reset Stamp has almost never helped me in this deck, but I don't know what to replace it with. I guess when I look through the new cards, I will see if there's anything that helps. Okay. So yeah, we're going to... Actually... Okay, well, we're going to do this regardless. We're going to get rid of the Reset Stamp. We're going to look at what we can do. So that's going to do 80 damage. That would knock out the Charmander if they have nothing else. Show me the playmat. Okay, I actually think we're going to do this. Exclusively because we actually have the capture energy to grab another grab a Snorlax. So, we're going to attach the air balloon here. We're going to retreat to the Snorlax. And we are going to draw we're going to draw 4 cards? Yes. I would rather play it safe and assume that they have more in their hand than all in based on the one Pokemon they have out right now. Yeah, so they're going to evolve into Charmeleon, and I would not have been able to KO that just yet. Never mind, I would have been able to KO that, would you? Look at that. If they attack right now, yeah, okay, I could have won the game, but what can you do, right? Okay, so we got that there. Though I suppose we're not out of it yet. What we can do is we can actually Marnie here and hope we get drawn to a switch. Nope, no switch. But that is all right. We'll do this, and we're going to draw another 3 cards. And there's the switch. So if they do not play another Pokemon this turn, that is going to be the game already. Big Charm, so it gets an extra 30, so it's at 130. Charmander on the bench, but all of their energy's on their one Pokemon, so I'm actually not too worried about that. Professor's Research are going to discard their hand, which is only 2 cards, to draw 7. Puts them in a much better position. And there's the Victini. So yeah, I could have won earlier, but I would have had to all in on the fact that they wouldn't have had another Pokemon in their hand. If they did, I probably wouldn't have been able to recover as much. They're going to knock out the Snorlax, so I'm going to have to put out the Orbeetle already. Okay. So we're going to Quick Ball, discarding the Tool Scrapper to find another Orbeetle. We're going to Eerie Beam. Going to play an Energy on the Orbeetle. And then we're going to VMAX Wave and knock out their Pokemon. Take a prize. It's an air balloon. Very nice. Yes, the air balloon is a very important enabler for the Orbeetle shenanigans. Okay. So now I'm doing... Okay, so they can do 240 damage to my Pokemon right now if they use Flare Shot. But I'm doing 150 damage to them. Oh, Victini VMAX. What is this? Max Victory. Oh, no. That is unfortunate, but we're not out of this yet. We have a Weakness Guard, Weakness Guard energy. So we will be using that. Actually, Eerie Beam. Okay. So there are 2 schools of thought here as to what we do. I can all in here, but then they just hit me back. I knock them out. Then they probably attached 800 energies to their Reshazard in that turn, and that'll hurt. The alternative is I switch here and draw 4 from Snorlax. I feel like that's objectively the right play, but at the same time, I feel like I really need to be applying pressure right now. You know, I'm going to go for the switch. Because it would have taken 2 turns to knock this out anyway, so they would have another turn to recover regardless. So I think that my best option is going to be to set up my board. Unfortunate. So we're going to Eerie Beam. I really hate this, but I'm going to capture energy on the Snorlax just to get another Orbeetle onto the board. We're going to retreat, obviously, back to the Snorlax. We're going to Crushing Hammer, make them use some more resources if we can. We're going to attach an air balloon to this Orbeetle. We're going to reset stamp them, because that way they will only have 2 cards in hand. That will hurt them. Is there another supporter I would like to have in my hand right now? And a supporter I'd rather have than this. I suppose the Marnie is my best option. I'm actually going to do that. I'm not going to do the other one, because I'd actually just rather have the Marnie and then draw 3 from Snorlax. So yeah, we're going to do that. Admittedly, not in a great position, because if any of my Orbeetles go down, that's the game. Giant Hearth, so they can discard cards to find 2 energies. They're going to Rare Candy into the Charizard to check top 3 and put one of them from among those into their hand. Oh no. Okay. But like I said, in a fire deck, we are always on the back foot. So if we lose here, I can't complain too much. Okay, so max victory will knock out my Snorlax here, which means I have no more shield for my opponent to have to go through. And unfortunately, I don't have the damage to knock them out, so I think we give them a healthy, good game. You have a good deck, and we concede. We did not have the damage to knock any of them out right there, and even if we did, we would have had to endure another turn of attacks, and I don't believe we could have done that. So we're just going to go right into the next game. How all have you been enjoying Battle Styles? Like I said, I haven't really seen anything from the set, aside from what I've seen on stream today. But it looks interesting. That Urshifu VMAX was a very scary deck. I didn't know what to do against it. I think that's just a bad matchup. I don't know if I can tech any cards in to help me with it. So we're going to go first. We're going to find the Orbeetle. Okay, so yeah. Okay, we're actually pretty happy with this. This is a decent opening hand. Oh, that is a max rarity. Oh no, that's just a promo. Still though, very cool. So I think this might just be actually ADP now. We're going to Air Balloon here. We're going to Quick Ball the Reset Stamp. We're going to find a Snorlax. Play the Snorlax. We're going to Capture Energy the Orbeetle. We're going to find another Orbeetle. We're going to switch over to the Snorlax. I know that I could retreat with the Air Balloon, but I'm actually just emptying my hand to draw as much as possible here. So we're going to draw up to 7, which will be 5 cards. Okay. So we have another slight problem now, which is we don't have any grass energies. Because this is grass and any kind. So grass and colorless. So they're just going to Intrepid Sword. So their thought process right now is very similar to ours, in that they're kind of just taking their time. Okay, so it looks like one of our Orbeetles is in prizes, but that's okay. We're going to use the Turffield Stadium to find one of the Orbeetle VMAXs. We're going to Crushing Hammer. We actually do get an energy. I was not really expecting that, to be honest. I don't really want to use another switch, but quite frankly, I think... No, I think we just draw. I really need to save the switches for the Orbeetle turns. Okay, we find one grass energy. Even if they replace our stadium, I have another in hand, so we can find it. Cape of Toughness. Yeah, this card was designed questionably, in my opinion. Because it gives 50 extra HP to anything except Pokemon VMAX, but V cards are more powerful, in my opinion. Okay, so they're going to switch to this Orbeetle. So we can find an Orbeetle VMAX here. We can apply here. We can go here. Eerie Beam. We're going to switch to this. We're going to Eerie Beam. Okay, so once again, two schools of thought, two lines of play. So we could attack here, which will deal 200 damage, but they will survive because they have an extra 50 HP. Or we could switch to Snorlax and draw some cards. I think we just go in. Let's just attack. Because they have very little they can do until, like, they have to play another Pokemon onto their bench, or they just lose on the spot. Misty's Favor, so they're going to search for their deck for 3 supporters, put them into their hand, and then put the Misty's Favor into the... It's not the graveyard in this game. What is it called? I don't even know what it's called. Discard, I guess? But that is their supporter for the turn, so if they do not have another Pokemon... No, they do not have another Pokemon, so that is just going to be the game. Yes, VMAXs have a lot of health. I don't know if I agree with that design decision personally, but a lot of health. Yeah, so yep, that's just going to be the next game. And let's move right along. I only played 1 game before stream today, so we've had 8 wins on stream. Alright, well, we got our Battle Styles pack, so we got something to open later. Let's see if we can push for the reward. Lucario Melmetal. I know that this was actually teched into ADP for a while, but... Or into the original ADP, which, ironically, I don't know why I'm saying ADP. It wasn't it didn't have the card, because that card was not out yet. But the... Or was it? I don't remember. My timelines are a little fuzzy, because... I wasn't there for this, obviously. This is just what I've heard. This happened last year? Last year. But, effectively, instead of the ADP ability, which would permanently increase the damage your Pokemon dealt, that would reduce damage dealt to your Pokemon. Okay. So I think we go Snorlax. I think we play the Rowlet. Jirachi, Orbeetle VMAX. Okay. Okay, I think we Weakness Guard Energy here. And Gourmandize. Why are they saying we have a good deck? Oh, we have a very similar start. It's a little confused there. I'm like, did I do something? Did I say something? Stellar Wish. Oh wow, that's a very interesting mustache they have there. Their hair is blonde, but their mustache is like yellow, or their hair is black, but their mustache is blonde. Is that something that all humans can have? Is that natural? Do they dye it? Anywho. I think we Marnie here. Because our cards are not very helpful. And that's better. That's better. We can work with that. So we're going to quick ball the other Snorlax away, and we're going to find an Orbeetle. We're going to attach an energy to Orbeetle, then we're going to draw 5. Just taking our time. And we have the VMAX ready to go for next turn if we want to. Start attacking. There's the Stellar Wish. Let's see what they find. Birdkeeper, okay. So they're probably going to switch to the Rowlet. And then Rowlet will swing into our Orbeetle. But if they do that, the VMAX will knock them out, so I'm not really sure what their plan is. Pokemon Communication, discarding... Oh my goodness. Galarian Obstagoon. What are they going to find? Snorlax. Okay, so they're kind of doing the same thing as us, I guess. So they might Birdkeeper into the Snorlax then. Yep, and then they're going to... See, the problem with Birdkeepering into the Snorlax is they're only going to get to draw 2. Okay. Whirlpool Suction. Okay. Gonna be honest, I was going to switch to this anyway, so I don't really... I'm not that unhappy with this. Okay. So we're going to VMAX here. Going to attach this weakness card energy. Going to attach an air balloon, and we're going to Marnie. Get those cards back into their deck. And see if we can get some better ones ourselves. Not particularly, but not the worst. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Going to hammer. And we're going to get rid of a grass energy. And we're going to... We have a couple options, actually. I think what we're going to do is we're going to quick ball away the reset stamp. We're going to find another Orbeetle. We're going to retreat back to the Snorlax with our Eerie Beam damage dealt, and we're going to draw 5 again. Perfect. We're actually in a pretty good position, assuming we don't get Marnied ourselves. Because I believe we Marnied away their Marnie because they found one with Stellar Wish. So that's not an issue unless they find another one right here. Nope, they find a Scoop Up Net. And they can actually just go ahead and do that and potentially Stellar Wish again. I don't believe it's once... Yeah, it's once per turn for each individual Jirachi. They find a rare candy, they're probably going to evolve the Rowlet. And the scary part about that is that if they evolve the Rowlet here, the Decidueye has the ability that it can't be damaged by attacks from V or VMAXs. Yes, so... So I believe we are actually just going to have to knock it out with the Snorlax, which is a little weird, but we don't have very many options, so we will do what we can. Or alternatively, we just start Eerie Beaming. So we're going to put a Capture Energy on this Orbeetle. We're going to find another Orbeetle. We're going to Turffield Stadium. We're going to find another VMAX. We're going to put the VMAX here. We're going to attach Air Balloon here. We're going to retreat to this Orbeetle. Going to Eerie Beam. Then we're going to Birdkeeper to this Orbeetle. And we're going to Eerie Beam. We're going to Crushing Hammer the Decidueye. Yep. Then we're just going to attack. Yes, the way we have to win here is through Eerie Beam, since the Decidueye can't actually be damaged by our attack. Okay, never mind. They just went ahead and conceded. Hi, Joseph. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Perfect. Well, let's just go ahead and move on to our next game. Go heads. We lost the coin flip, but maybe they'll let us go first anyway. Yes, they did. Maybe going first is actually better right now. I don't know. Anyway, we don't find a basic Pokemon for our first turn. We do find the Rowlet, which isn't ideal, but we'll do what we can with it. Okay. So, I think we capture energy into the Snorlax. We're actually going to use a switch here, just to get cards out of our hand, and we're going to draw 2. Find 2 more capture energies, which will help us with finding more of the other stuff. Do I do viewer battles? I could in the future. I have not actually considered that. I would be happy to, actually. Okay. They are going to Quick Ball. Yes, I'm relatively new, so I don't have too many concurrent viewers, but yes, I would absolutely be interested in doing something like that. Okay, so we're going to capture energy here, and we're going to Orbeetle V. We don't have the VMAX yet, so there's not a lot we can do yet, but we can go ahead and get rid of an energy. Perfect. And we'll draw 1. Feels kind of bad, but we don't really have any other options right now. Until we can find the VMAX and start doing our Eerie Beam shenanigans. So they're setting up their Eternatus, which is fine. There's the Crobat. They're going to draw another 3. It's a shiny one. I haven't seen this one before. Alrighty. Well, looks like they're just going to pass the turn, so... Man, I'm not really sure what to do. I think we... I'm just trying to figure out the most efficient way to do this. This feels very strange to me, but I think the best way to play this out here is to start putting some energies onto our Snorlax. And maybe I just misread that or watched that wrong, but I'm fairly certain that I only have 1 Orbeetle VMAX in the deck. I think the other 3 are prized, so that's a little scary. Okay, I could swap. There's no reason to. Yeah, I think I just... I think what I'm going to do... How much health does this have? 60? I'm going to Bird Keeper over to the Rowlet, draw some cards. Air Balloon's nice. And I'm actually going to Wind Shard with that to knock out the Coughing. Because if they are prized, then let's see if we can find one. Nope, but that is another way to find one. I'm not going to complain about that one. So we're in a weird position. I'm not used to this, but we can get out of it. So the energies are going to start going on the Orbeetles now, since I have an actual out of this position now. No VMAX evolution yet, but they're going to switch over to that active position. Pokemon Communication. Putting away the VMAX, interesting. Finding another V. Okay, they're going to find a Pokemon with 90 HP or less. They're going to find another Coughing. Unfortunately, I don't have another Bird Keeper because I could knock out that Coughing too, actually. Okay, Quick Ball. Let's go to the Turffield Stadium and let's find... Oh no, we have all of them. So I guess we've just gotten very unlucky. So we're going to discard... I think we're going to discard the Marnie. We're going to grab our last Orbeetle V here. Going to put an energy on the Orbeetle VMAX. We're going to air balloon it. We're going to switch over. We'll Eerie Beam. Just get some damage on their entire set of Pokemon. Then we're going to... We can't retreat... Or, yeah, we can retreat, sorry. So we're going to go ahead and retreat to the Snorlax. And we're going to draw 2. So slow and steady. Yes, you can't go too fast with this deck, because a lot of the time you just want to put out that Orbeetle and start swinging, but that's not the best way to win with this deck, I don't think. Just want to take your time and start pinging down everything they've got. Boss's order is going to grab my VMAX, I assume. Nope, they're going to grab the Rowlet, and I think they're just going to knock it out. For an easy prize card, but quite frankly, it doesn't matter to me too much, so... all good. That was actually a slight misplay. I should have brought out one of the other Orbeetles since I wanted to evolve it anyway. That's alright. So we're doing 150 damage right now. So we're going to Eerie Beam. Oh, thank you very much. I'm going to tell them they have a good deck as well. So we Eerie Beamed. We're going to retreat. Going to Eerie Beam. Then we are going to switch, or no, I'd rather save the switch. We're going to Malo and Lana. We're going to switch to the Snorlax. And we're just going to draw 1 card. I want to put them in range where I can just swing and take it out. Galarian Wheezing, okay. And they find the VMAX, so now they're going to go into the VMAX, I assume. There they go. This is going to hurt. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that on bench or in play? Okay, so that's going to be 150, which will easily... Okay, 180, which will knock out my Snorlax, no problem. Oh, they're going for the Orbeetle. That puts us in a weird spot, because then if they knock out 1 VMAX, I'm done. So we have to play this out carefully. Is there a supporter I want from here? Not particularly. Okay. I'm going to apply an energy here. I'm going to Eerie Beam. That's going to be the same every single turn. Oh, an Yveltal deck. I haven't seen any of those recently. That'd be very interesting. Okay, I guess we'll just... I think we Malo and Lana this one. We're going to switch. Then we're going to Eerie Beam. And... yeah, we're going to switch back over to the Snorlax. We really can't afford to be making too many major mistakes here, so we're just going to take it real slow. But yeah, I remember a while ago, I saw a very cool Yveltal deck where I think it was just, it did 20 damage times the amount of energy in play or something like that. But that was years ago. It was a video I saw. I don't know what the new Yveltal does, but it's probably pretty cool, I'd imagine. Alright, there is the reset stamp. But we're pretty okay with it. I don't think I was personally thrilled with what we had in hand, so all good. Going to switch over to this one. Okay, so we're kind of crossing our fingers that we get a Bird Keeper here. Or not Bird Keeper, an energy off the Bird Keeper. Going to switch. There is an energy. Perfect. Okay. Do they have anything on them? Nope, that's my own. Okay, they only have 3 cards in hand, and they've been applying energies to other stuff, so I think we're actually going to Crushing Hammer here. Let's get rid of that dark energy. And we're gonna go ahead and swing. After the Eerie Beam. Got a knockout, and let's do this. Arguably I could have, arguably I could have actually left the energy on the Eternatus just to do more damage to it. But it's going to be a 2-turn knockout regardless, and this way he has to find an energy to apply here. They're going to drop to 6. Yeah, unfortunately our slow start with the very few Orbeetles probably means that we're not going to win this one, but we're going to try our best. It's not over until the game actually says we lose, right? $240, okay. So we're going to Eerie Beam. Just the usual. We're just going to keep doing what we're doing. This will not... I don't think this is going to be a knockout on anything they have. No. Okay, so we're going to Bird Keeper. Do we have a... Yeah, we do have the Malo and Lana. So I think we're going to actually get that Malo and Lana back. I'm going to discard an Air Balloon. We're going to go for the Malo and Lana. That way we can heal next turn if we need to. There's the Orbeetle VMAX, but we don't have an Orbeetle, and I don't think there's any more in deck. No, okay. Alrighty, well, we're going to Eerie Beam. Oh, no, we already did Eerie Beam, so let's switch. We can actually Air Balloon and just retreat. And Eerie Beam, and that should be 150, or yeah, that should just be the knockout perfectly. Awesome. Okay, so we're still in it. If we could get boss's orders here, that would be very, very nice. Now we get the Air Balloon. Okay. We're at 1 prize card, so regardless of what happens, we are in a good position. This Yveltal takes 1 fire, 1 psychic, 1 dark, 2 colorless, and knocks out the opponent's Pokemon. Wow, really? That's really cool, actually. Are there any cards that help set that up? Like any supporters or something that help find those specific energies? Because, yeah, just straight up knocking out the opponent's Pokemon is a very powerful effect. There are not too many Pokemon that have that ability, I don't think. I think the Type Null evolution... Oh, no. That hurt. Anyway, I think the Type Null evolution from a couple expansions ago, the GX had that ability, where if it was a Ultra Beast, it would knock it out. But I haven't seen very many that just straight up knock it out. Unfortunately, that does not save us. Oh, and there's the boss's orders. But wait, hold on now. We are not out of this yet. We're going to discard the energy. We're just going to find a big ol' Snorlax. We're going to put it on bench. We're going to switch over to the Snorlax. We're going to reset stamp our opponent. And we are going to draw up to 7 and cross our fingers that they don't have a boss's orders. We might still win this. Yeah, our opponent should not have Marnie. That actually, I think, that might have given us the win. Let's find out. Okay, they're gonna Marnie again. But I think we're okay with that. Flip coin, no. Okay. I'm just trying to think how we win here. Because without that boss's orders, this is going to be a lot tougher. Why did I not Eerie Beam? That is a misplay, actually. I think I was just so focused on surviving that I forgot to Eerie Beam, and luckily I don't think that that would have saved me by any means, but I should have Eerie Beamed. 100%. Eerie Beam. Oh my goodness, no. You're right, I actually lost the game because of that. Oh no. I would have had the knockout on the Zigzagoon. Oh no. That's so sad. Okay, I'm trying to think. If I Birdkeeper into another basic. Actually, hold on. I'll capture energy here. There are no basics left in the deck. Ah. Okay, well, we're going to Eerie Beam on principle. Just to make a statement. Nothing gets knocked out, and that one Zigzagoon... I can't believe I forgot to Eerie Beam. Oh well, we're gonna Marnie just to see what we would have gotten. What's the retreat cost on... If we get a heads, we might still be in this. No. That's okay. We are going to VMAX wave, and we are going to cry quietly in our little corner. That was a very satisfying game. I don't think I've had a game that close in Pokemon in a long time. And I misplayed, but you know what? What can you do? It happens sometimes. 12-10. That is a lot of damage for a single Pokemon there. Alrighty. Well, that was my last game of the stream. However, I have a couple packs, so I'm going to open those. I haven't opened very much Battle Styles, so we're going to see what we get. Yeah, I'm definitely going to grind it out and see if I can get some more cards, and maybe even build a Battle Styles deck for next stream. So we're going to start with the chests. Okay, we get a Hawlucha. Yeah, that's fine. Marshadow. Choose one of your opponent's active non-GX attacks. That seems okay, but that's, I mean, that's kind of just what Mewtwo and Mew Tag Team GX do, right? I feel like that's just much better. Vitality Band. Okay, now we're getting to the good stuff. Alrighty. Oh, Spoink. Love Spoink. It's so cute. Stonjourner. Landfall of Stadium with 60 damage. Nah, that's not very good. Should have checked Scroll of Scorn. I didn't see what that one did, but looked good. Swordward and Shieldbert. What a name. Choose a trainer from your discard. Ask your opponent if you may put it. That is hilarious. Yamper. Ball search. When he plays Pokemon from your hand, put a Pokeball or a Great Ball or one of each from your... Wow, that's interesting. Galarian Mr. Rhyme. Discard any number of item cards that have the word ball in there. Wow, so you just play like ball tribal basically. That's really funny. Tower of Darkness. Once during each turn, the player may draw 2 cards. In order to use this effect, discard a single strike. Okay. Oh, Mimikyu V. I didn't know Mimikyu got a new V card. When you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench during your turn, you may prevent all damage done to this Mimikyu V by attack. Ooh. 3 damage counters on your opponent's active Pokemon for each prize your opponent has taken. See, that's the thing. The wording there implies it's not damage. Like, it's not really... You're not doing damage. You're putting counters. Yeah, that Mr. Mime looked hilarious. Hold on. I'm actually going to look at that again. I didn't see what its second attack was. Or Mr. Rhyme, rather. Mr. Rhyme. Okay, so it's just Frost Smash, but... Okay, how many cards with the word ball in the name are legal in the current format? Because I feel like that could be really, really funny. Where you just discard 7 out of nowhere and suddenly you're doing, what, 28 damage? 29 with the, or 290 with the 10. So your little Mr. Rhyme just randomly knocks out a VMAX. That would be very funny. Yeah, that's, this set looks really cool. You know what? Here, let's go not owned. Filters, battle styles. Let's check out Pokemon V. Just want to see what's in here. A lot, apparently. Let's have a quick look. During your opponent's next turn, they can't retreat. Sky Hurricane, 190, they can't... Okay. Not thoroughly impressive, but what can you do? VMAX, though. Prevent all effects of your opponent's abilities. Oh, that would be annoying with my Orbeetle deck. And 240, can't use it next turn. Yeah, I feel like you just run Zacian over that. Empoleon is a rapid strike. Emperor's Eyes. No abilities. Except for Pokemon with a rule box. Huh. That's, okay, that's interesting. I don't know if that text has been on a card before. Move an energy from this Pokemon to one of your benched Pokemon. Eh. VMAX? Or no VMAX, actually. Wait, are you telling me Empoleon didn't get a VMAX, but Flapple did? Okay. During your opponent's next turn, your defense... Oh! That would be a really annoying stall attack. That sounds really annoying. Wing attack, yeah, that's fine. Gmax Rolling does 10 less damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. Oh. Okay. Kricketune. Exciting stage. Once during your turn, you may draw cards until you have 3 in hand. Okay, well, I mean... Well, yeah, that's okay. Then there's Mimikyu V. That seems interesting. Do they still print GXs? I don't think they do they? Oh, that's checking for G and, or Gmax and, or G and VMAX. But... Oh, yeah. The VMAX and GX, yeah, they have rule boxes, but that's fascinating. I don't know if that specific card text, with the rule box, I don't think that specific text has ever been printed. I could be wrong on that one, though. Necrozma, Prismatic Ray, 20 damage. This attack also does 20 damage to 2 of your opponent's benched Pokemon. Then Special Laser, if it has any special energy attached, does 100... Okay, so that could pretty consistently do 220. That's good to know. That's pretty powerful for a basic. Then there's this one. This is the one that wrecked me a little earlier. So you can switch this with one of your benched, and then if you move from bench to active, it does 120 more damage. So 150 for 1 energy. Really messes me up with my Orbeetle deck. Okay. Yeah, and then this is a really cool alternate art. Discard all energy from this Pokemon. They attack to 120 to 2. Yep. Okay. So here's the single strike one. Laser focus. Search your deck for up to 2 fighting energy cards and attach them to this Pokemon, then shuffle your deck. During your next turn, they can't use Impact Blow. Okay. Then, where's the VMAX? Here we go. Wow, the alternate arts are really, really cool. I might have to build these. Anyway, 4 energy. Gmax 1 blow, 270. Discard all energy from this Pokemon. The attack isn't... Okay. Yeah, I definitely think the other one is much better. Because 270 is very, very powerful, but that doesn't knock out quite a few VMAXs, and discarding all of the energy is quite a steep cost. For a deck that can't quickly replenish the fighting energy, unless you can now. Because I know that that's mostly Fire's territory, the fire energy, but maybe there's more cards that help with that. Stoutland got a V card. That's really funny to me. If your opponent's basic Pokemon is knocked out by damage from this attack, take one more prize. Okay. 40 is really low, though, so... This Pokemon does 30 to itself. Not a big fan. Oops. Tapu Koko got a VMAX, right? Yeah. So, Electro Ball 40... Oh, yeah, I'll accept a friend request, for sure. Absolutely. Not sure which one you are. But I would happily accept any and all friend requests, 110%. Okay, so, yep. Electro Ball 40. Electric, and then basic for 20. Does 40 more for each energy attached to all of their Pokemon. That is quite the effect. It would not take much for that one to get out of hand. Had to get rid of that little notification up there. Max Shock, 180. If you have more prizes remaining than your opponent, their active is now paralyzed. Ooh, okay. That's pretty decent. Tyranitar... Oh my goodness. That's quite a word. Cragalanche. Discard the top 2 from your opponent's deck. Ooh, Mill. Oh my goodness, Mill. That is fun. I love Mill decks. Discard top 4 of your deck. Okay, I'm not sure about that one. Wow. They've really improved the alternate arts since I last played. That's really cool. Victini V Bullet. If your opponent is V, that does 10. Yep, this one kind of wrecked me earlier too, but... Yeah. And then the VMAX was really, 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 really powerful. The Orbeetle and whatnot. Honestly, I don't really know what I would trade for that. The last time I really played, I kind of took a break from the game for a little while. I was really avidly into the game, but I took a break right after Darkness Ablaze. That set came out, and then I kind of stopped for a while. So the meta and the newer cards, I'm still kind of getting used to. I picked up this Orbeetle deck, and I've been having a lot of fun with it. But in terms of trade value, I really couldn't tell you right now, unfortunately. I believe there are actually websites that help you find values. You know what, let me check really quick to see if I still have the link to that, because I would absolutely send that over. Do-do-do. Because I used to be on a trading Discord. And it actually was really cool. It gave exact values for what you should trade for. Unless you're asking me personally what I would give for that. And unfortunately, I don't really think I'm looking for that right now, if that's what you meant by that. But otherwise, yeah, I don't really know what the value is myself. Yeah, sorry about that. I can't find the link, but if I can find something, I actually have a Twitter, which is my name, just Alan Earthman. So if I find the link, I'll post it up there. Yeah, sorry about that. But anywho, that is going to be the end of my stream. I really appreciate everybody who tuned in. And I'll be back on Thursday with not a card game, but I think my schedule says that I'm doing Yakuza Like a Dragon, which will be fun. But yeah, I'll definitely be playing more Pokemon, so look forward to that. And yeah, like and subscribe, all that jazz. And I'll see you all next time. Take care. Thanks for tuning in.